Hi everyone, welcome back to Rosemaling with Art of Lisa. I'm Lisa, and these are some of my mediums that I like to use while I paint. Now, many of you who have been with me for a while know that I work primarily in acrylics now. I was an oil painter for quite a while, but I switched to acrylics over the last 20 years or so, simply because they dry faster. I was having a family. It just worked well for me. And I find I really like working with them. Still love oils, just happen to work with acrylics much more. So in my videos that many of you have followed, or in my painting, I talk about a medium that I use that I have combined here. Now, this medium I use for adding to my paints in order to do detailing, so that they become nice and loose. I might add them to my paints in order to create transparency, just the extend the time with them. And sometimes I just go straight out of my tube. But I thought it would be a neat thing to actually show you how I put my little tube, and this is, look at this, this is quite the mess here. But this is a, what is this, a 4 ounce or a 2 ounce? This is a, let me give you the right amount. This is a 2 fluid ounce container here, okay? And I'm going to use this, actually, I'm going to use a clean one here to demonstrate how I make my medium. Now, mediums are something that we use in painting in order to extend the open time. It's to make them flow a little better. It's just various reasons. And again, you have this in oils and you have this in acrylics and you watercolor, all different things. Water, for example, is considered a medium because a water can thin out your water paints, your watercolors, it can thin out your acrylics, right? But mediums themselves are created to help keep your acrylic paint in its same form. It makes it nice, strong, flexible, and it helps with the painting process. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these three. I use a clear glazing medium, a retarder medium, and a flow medium. And you can see flow medium, smooth base coating and line work. You can add this to your base paint to help smooth this out when you put on wood. Rosemaling is typically done on wood. Retarder obviously delays your drying time of your acrylic, so it gives you a more open time. And your glaze is considered a sealer, so you can use this to seal your piece before you work on it. And a lot of times you can actually use this in between coats and put a layer on your paints after it dries, and then paint on top of it. This way, if you need to wipe something away, it's much easier to wipe it away. But this also adds to your transparency. So back when I first started taking classes in acrylics, one of the women that I was in a class with in the Garden State Rosemaling Association was Arlene Newman. Decorative painters will be familiar with her name. She's quite well known. And she suggested this combination that I'm going to show today. And I've been using this combination ever since. I'm a creature of habit, and it works for me, so why change it? All right. So here's my container here, and I talk about the 1:1:1 combination that I put in my, combine these three. I'm losing my words here. All right, so let's go ahead and just take my little 2 ounce bottle here and we'll eyeball it into thirds, okay? Just eyeballing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take each of these and add to my bottle here. Obviously, my lines are way gone on this. That's why I'm not using this one. So let's go ahead, just take my flow medium here. And I did shake these up prior, but you do want to shake them up. You want to mix them a little bit so that they're ready to go. Let me see if I have, yep, I took that off. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in a third of the bottle that way. Go ahead, close this off, put this off to the side. Let's go ahead, add my retarder. Again, I did shake this prior to this starting this video, so this is ready to go. I can even use the cap here. And I'm going to go ahead and add it, and I'm watching my line here. Okay, so I'm adding another third. So again, the ratio is 1 to 1 to 1. Because there's 3, I broke this bottle down to thirds. And then again, your glaze medium, same idea. I lost the cap on top of this. So I'm just going to open this up. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up the rest of the bottle with my glaze medium. Okay. And this container, I believe I got at Michael's. So super easy to get. Go ahead and put your lid up there. Shake this up good. All right. Here we go. Again, you can see my lines are already coming off. But once you shake this up well, you will have a nice medium to use. And you certainly, if you're working on paper or a sketch pad, I would suggest that you add that medium to your paint so that when you work on your sketch pad here, just to show you, okay, that you have a nice flow of paint on here, okay? The more medium you have on here, the easier it is to flow on the paper itself, okay? Now, if I had this does not have medium in it. If I go ahead and add to my paintbrush here, you can see that it gets very chalky, right? But if I have the medium in there, we have much more flow with it, okay? So anytime you're practicing on paper, you want to add medium to this. Anytime you're doing line work, you want to add medium to it. So again, I have my detail brush here, okay? Add my paint, and then my detail comes quite nice. All right, pulling this out. All right, I hope this is helpful, and I hope you enjoy my little mix here. All right, thank you again for joining me. God is good, and remember, it's just paint. Have fun. Have a blessed day.